Hi, everyone. Hi, guys and gals, let's say, and everyone in between. Forget it. I'm being a little. I'm being a little foolish right now. Anyway, hi everyone. Hi to our fans and subscribers. So, I'm doing this short little live update. Again, not from work, but I'm really enjoying kind of bringing you these live sessions and it seems as though they get a lot of views. So it seems as though this might be a good way of presenting some information to you. So today is Saturday. Yesterday, in the weather forecast, we were told that we would be getting about 60-mile-an-hour winds. And I even think I talk about that in the wind video part two, which was released midweek. And as of right now, it's what is it? 3:30 or so, 3:20, 3:25 p.m. It actually doesn't seem as though we have gotten that high wind yet. It was supposed to start at 7 or 8 o'clock this morning. Hi, Eric. How are you? We were supposed to get it around 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, and as of right now, it doesn't appear as though I was off doing another project, but I did go by the naval park again now for the winter. Uh, our schedules shift. So usually one of us will say, "Oh, we're going to go down to the naval park to check it out on the weekends," and we go down for half an hour or so just to make sure that everything's okay. But instead of a 7 day a week schedule like we have during the summer and the season, it's just the staff now. We're closed, and then we also just rotate through the weekend and go and look at the ships and make sure everything seems okay and do a quick walkthrough. Uh, so that was really good. We were talked about it all afternoon yesterday. If we were supposed to get 60-mile-an-hour winds, you saw what 35-mile-an-hour does. If you've watched that water emergency from Wednesday, I believe, where the wind is in the camera and the microphone. So everyone, I apologize about that. Hey Ed, hey John, hey John from Portland, Oregon. Nice. I spent a couple weeks there back in '97. Let's just say. Hey, Scott. So that's the update. We were expecting 60-mile-an-hour winds today at work. It really, or at the, here in Buffalo, and it really hasn't happened. And it was supposed to start at 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, but thankfully it hasn't. If you want to see what 35-mile-an-hour winds does, check out that part two water emergency video. But again, turn the sound down or the closed captioning. And we'll check it out tomorrow as well on Sunday. One of the staff will go down to make sure if we do in fact get a wind event later today than it was originally forecast, we'll of course go down there then too. So a couple of good news things coming up. I added that link to the USS Kidd in the first water emergency, talking about the low level of the Mississippi and how she's resting on her cradle. And they watched that video. And, I have a good relationship with, Parks Stevenson is now the new director down there, but I've known Tim Nesmith for a very long time, and I consider him a good friend, and we talk Fletchers and stuff, which would make sense. So he is actually going to be coming on live, and we're hopeful it's going to be live. All right, we haven't figured it out yet. Maybe we'll do a taped interview, and then we'll both release it on both of our channels, or we might do a live session, which will then upload to both at the end of the session. So we haven't figured the logistics out yet, but I will be interviewing and working with Tim Nesmith and or Parks down at USS Kidd, and they're going to give in greater detail what, in fact, is going on with the kid and maybe what their concerns are and things that are going right down there with the changes in weather, if or what is going right with the ship. Some updates, and then what they may plan on doing with the Mississippi River at the level that it's at, and what it does to the ship itself. So that's one thing. That might be Monday the 5th or Thursday the 8th. We haven't nailed down that date yet, but so expect it either on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Friday uh, if we record it and for uploading or if it goes live. The second thing is our good buddy Ken Stanov from History X. Right, he is actually finally coming into town. And when we originally started talking about this, I talked about doing a dirtiest job and putting him to work. I'll have to put on some grubby coveralls or something like that. But so he's actually visiting the Buffalo Naval Park this Tuesday, the 6th. And we are going to be at least filming 3 videos that we're going to coordinate with, whether they get uploaded to our channel. Well, they'll certainly go to his channel, but whether or not they come onto our channel as well. He's very interested in reviewing and getting into the captain spaces on our 3 vessels. Right, so that's the import and at sea cabin on the Sullivans. That's the import and at sea cabin for the captain on Little Rock, and then certainly the captain's cabin on the Croaker. So we might, and then we've also talked about doing other live sessions together, just walking around the ships, if the Wi-Fi works, things like that. So in the title card to this, you'll see one side has the USS Kidd, the other side has the History X channel. All right, both of them have YouTube channels, as you guys know probably, but certainly we ask that you support them and as well. So that's what's going on. Talking to the USS Kidd, Tim, and potentially Parks at the Kidd, doing an interaction, maybe live, maybe recorded, and then certainly having Ken here for the day from History X. We'll be recording. We might be trying to do some live. So that's pretty exciting stuff that will be coming up on our channel. I know Steven is still working on the Sullivans, the Grout Museum stuff. We will have Pier 70 from San Francisco coming up. So there's a lot of things that we can do. And I know we took that poll, and we're beginning to map out. I'm beginning to map out some other areas that I could just record, like I have done, this past year, and maybe I'll even do another 28 and 28 for February. So that's kind of coming down the pike too, in addition to processing the collections. And there's a lot of positive, really good positive energy going on. Okay, so those are the updates for now, guys. So this week, look for us and the Kidd, look for us and History X, and then by then we'll have, if this wind event that thankfully as of right now has not occurred, that was supposed to be again about 55 or 60 mile an hour winds. And so that kind of harkens back to last year's U.S. Navy vessels versus high winds. Thanks, guys. Thumbs up to everyone. And thanks for your support as always. And we will see you again soon. Take care. Whoop.